first, Ethan, who is a middle school student, will be waiting for his bus. And Sydney, you will roll the bus up from the door, and you will allow Ethan to get inside. And we will look and grade you on performance of safely getting a child into the bus and your interaction. In this scene, Sydney, you need to back up because remember the bus hasn't come up to greet Ethan. But I'm going to time everything, so we're going to work to tie it together, okay? So what I'm going to do in this scene for you is I'm going to be a narrator. I'm going to say what happens, and you two have to act it out. Okay. We're doing this for the first time, so there may be a few mistakes. But if there's a mistake, just keep going with it. All right, Sydney, back up a little bit more. All right. It was on a Monday, February 28th, the last day of February. Ethan just got out of bed and he's waiting for the bus. And as he's waiting for the bus, he's looking at his phone. Now, Ethan has a new bus driver today, but he doesn't know that. So, Sydney, the bus driver, who actually comes up, pulls right... I'm sorry, Soph. Yes, that is correct. Soph, the bus driver, drives up to pick Ethan up. But what Soph doesn't realize is that as she's pulling up, her brakes don't work. So she ends up running into the barrier that is green and red in front of her. And then as Ethan hears this, he screams. Oh my. Now, Ethan's wondering to himself, wow, the bus driver just crashed into the median right there. Is it safe to get on the bus? And then Sydney convinces him that of course it's safe to get on the bus.
Of course it's safe.
So Ethan, not sure.
Just go in the back and then
back.
Yeah.
Ethan not sure how to get in, must navigate his way around the broken school bus in order to get inside.
Excuse me.
As Ethan's about to get inside, he smells something funny at the back of the bus. As Ethan smells something funny,
What is that?
he starts coughing. Sydney stands up and looks at Ethan in the bus and asks, "What's the problem, sir?"
What is that smell? Oh my god.
And Sydney says, "That's just my lunch. I have sardines and catfish."
I'm allergic to fish.
So Ethan, pretty sure he doesn't want to get on the bus now, has to figure out what's the best way to get to school. So, thinking that school is about 3 miles away, he knows that he wouldn't be safe inside the bus. So he attempts to climb on top of the bus.
No.
As he's there, Sydney recognizes, oh, I didn't have the bus in drive. It was in neutral. That's why I crashed into the median. I've only been driving for 15 minutes. I didn't really know how a bus worked. So let me use this thingy and put it in reverse. But as Sydney tries to put the bus in reverse, she realizes how heavy Ethan actually is.
Get off the bus real
So,
quick.
the only choice Sydney has is to drive Ethan inside the bus or they can't go anywhere. And so she has to communicate this to him.
You have to get in the bus. You're too heavy on top.
But what if I die from the fumes of fish?
I can just throw it in the trash.
Then throw it out.
Okay. Okay, now when I'm gonna have a light, I'm not gonna have fish.
Okay, now Ethan, recognizing is safe inside, leaves the flap of the back of the school bus open so he can stick his head out and breathe. And after they're both safely in the bus backs up to the door. And as the bus is rocking back and forth, they recognize that the bus isn't on the road anymore, but it's on the side of the road. As Ethan screams, the bus flips over, but everyone is safe because their feet are firmly planted on the ground. The end. Yay! That very same day, later, at 9 p.m., the second bus driver, whose name I don't recall.
It's Aiden.
Aiden Browner, that's right. Aiden Browner. Aiden Browner, with his somehow magically got a job. Actually, he doesn't know if he got a job, but he knows he found his way in the school bus today. And he's supposed to be picking people up. Doesn't really know where he's going to drop them off, but considering he hasn't driven before, he's a strong believer in texting and driving, which is a big no-no. Now, as a result of him texting and driving, Sydney is waiting
Go faster!
to see what's going to happen. But as Sydney sticks her head out, she gets hit by the school bus.
Ow!
Oh! Oh! And then somehow that same medium that stopped the bus before ends up stopping Aiden. Now, Aiden, who was paying attention to his phone, the phone fell on the floor. Outside of the bus. And Aiden has not figured out a way to get out of the bus. So as Sydney's waiting to get inside, Aiden has not found a way to get out. Needless to say, Aiden's very worried about his phone and not so worried about the children. But Sydney is still curious if she should be getting in the bus. So she asks the question, "Are you my bus driver?"
Are you my bus driver?
I mean,
Well,
I can
that class, but I don't know
And I'm in
why.
a bus.
You said no, not ever use a phone while driving.
So Aiden learned a valuable lesson from the child. Yet he was unsure still how to get out of the bus because even though he heard the lesson, he could not get out of the bus. So the next challenge was Sydney, the student, is not able to get on the bus because when she got hit by the bus, she no longer has the use of her legs. So, since Sydney, the child, doesn't have the use of her legs, Aiden had to figure out a way to get Sydney on the bus without getting out of the bus. He tried with all his might, but was so unsure of how this was going to work. Needless to say, as Aiden has Sydney, he tries to bring her in through the top of the bus, but doesn't know how. But as they work and they wiggle her in, she goes plop on the floor, but she's finally safely inside. So, Aiden recognizing how to get Sydney in the bus, then understands that he still wants his phone. So, what he decides to do is, since he hasn't figured out a way out of the bus, he asks Sydney to crawl out of the bus with just her hands, since she does not have the feeling of her legs, to find his phone for him.
hey Sid, can you grab my phone? I know I kind of broke your leg.
Now, Sydney can't use her legs, just her arms.
Can you get my
So
phone?
she
for
must
me?
slither like a snake to grab the
Thank
phone.
you. Thank you.
And then she must find a way to slither back into the bus, unless Aiden helps her in the same hole that he got her in the bus in the first place.
Let's get you on your knees. Come on.
Because
you can do
Aiden
it.
recognized
Get on
that
your knees.
the side door doesn't work, and so he's got to bring her up on top to bring her in once more.
You gotta get on your
Now
knees.
she can't use her legs.
You can't use your
She
legs.
can't use her legs. Now, Aiden, recognizing how challenging this is, recognizes that most likely he will not be able to get her out of the bus. So the safest thing that he could do is to take her to the hospital where she can have her legs repaired. But Aiden's having such a hard time that he recognizes that maybe he'll just have Sydney, who gave him his phone back, just call for an ambulance and have them come in.
Hey, can you I know I can't get you in the bus, but can you call the ambulance for me?
And recognizing that Ethan's first day is going off to a splendid start, he's already thinking, how can I pick up the next school student today? And as the ambulance is rolling by, ready to come pick up Sydney, As soon as the ambulance gets there, Ethan's like, on to the next one.
Okay, bye. Have fun.
The
Wait, my phone, my phone,
end.
my phone, my phone. Give me my phone.
The end.
Thank you.
Yay!
Good night.